Hey you guys, it's Teresa and welcome back to my channel. And look at that, fix the camera issue, fix the focus issue, the lighting issue still iffy, but we're good for now. So today I'm going to be talking about the tag that I should have done a while ago but had issues with over and over again. And that's the Abookapocalypse tag. So let's just go off with I need the questions. But let's just get into the video while I look. Also, thank you for Chrissy Books and Berries for tagging me. Sorry it took me so long to get this up there. I just struggled with camera stuff, so. Evacuate. Everyone is out safely, but you can only go back and grab one book. Which book do you grab and why? Is this even a question? Like truly, like if you look at me and you know what my favorite book is this even a question? Because I have two versions of this book. And that is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Now, again, not a question, it shouldn't even be a question, you should just know. It's one of my favorite classics of all time. I love rereading it. 10 out of 10, I'm probably going to have a collection of Oscar Wilde books, the majority of them being The Picture of Dorian Gray, so not question. Question number 2, it's the Abookapocalypse. Choose a book that would help you with survival skills. Now, I'd like to say a survival book, but let's face it, there have been too many instances in video games, or like those survival kind of things, where they steal it. So 10 out of 10, I'm probably going to go with The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Like, I'm sure somewhere in the book it mentioned how to survive at some point. I'd like to think. So I'm assuming that there's some hidden tidbits in there that are probably true. So, and no one's going to take the Hunger Game from you, because it's like, what do you need the Hunger Games for? The world is ending. So, I think that one would be a safe bet for me. Question number 3, grab anything you will need. Grab a fan or book-related item that you would want to save. Now this one took a while because I don't have very many fan or book-related items that I would like to save because I don't own them. But I settled with my bookmarks. They're very light. You can shove them in a bag. And like, if push comes to shove, I can go ahead and burn the bookmarks for kindling. I think my heart just broke a little bit. Number 4, zombies are coming. Which books on your TBR are you dying to read? Now, this is a little unfair because I filmed this, or I created my answers before all the issues happened, and I have since then read the book, but that book was Beast by Bree Spangler. Now, this follows Dylan, who's not your average, ordinary, like 15-year-old. He's kind of very hairy, super tall, really muscular, hence the term Beast. And then after an incident of him falling off the roof, he is put into a self-harm group, like those therapy groups, where he meets Jamie and falls head over heels for this girl, only to find out that she is trans, and the only reason he didn't know was because he was zoning out that one fateful group therapy session he joined. Number 5, we need fire. Which 3 books would you be willing to burn from your shelf? Yes, you gotta choose. Now this one I ended up choosing Lissy's Story by Stephen King. I did not like this story that much. I thought that there was kind of a bit of an issue with some of the writing that was done in there. It wasn't my favorite out of the books I've read so far by him. So, and it's pretty thick, so I think it can last for a while for kindling wise, and I can break it up. And the other one was my Shakespeare for Dummies. I don't exactly call what they're, No Fear Shakespeare. It's a Barnes & Noble thing. And in America, what we do is that we are lazy. And instead of, learning how to read Shakespeare properly, we made a book where one side is the actual text of Shakespeare, and the other side is the bastardized version that is the more modern text. And I had to read these for college and high school, so guess who didn't really get to enjoy Shakespeare very much? Because I had to read this on top of other classes, and was never taught how to read Shakespeare. So those books can go. And then the last book is Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. It's a good book. I can see why it's a classic, but it's not a classic for me, and I certainly wouldn't lose sleep over chucking it in the fire. Also didn't help that I didn't like the professor who had us read the book for class, so could just go. Number 6, all the stories were true. Which fictional world did you never be able to survive in? I thought about this real long and hard, because let's face it, I wouldn't survive in a lot of worlds. I can barely survive in this one. So I thought about it, and I made a list of things I could do if I was born in this world, or what would happen if I was tossed into this world, and I have come to realize that no amount of me being born and raised in this world would ever have me survive it, and that is Westeros from the Game of Thrones series by George R. R. Martin. I just can't, I would like to think I'd become a Sansa figure and go from porcelain to ivory to steel. But let's face it, I would get tossed into a fire. Like, I would literally get tossed into a fire. Like, I can't play politics. I'm too soft. Can't do it. Question 7, Lone Survivor. Which character would you choose to be your companion or protector during the Abookapocalypse? And this is no question, because that is Jace Herondale from the Mortal Instruments series. I adore Jace. He is witty, funny, smart, and 10 out of 10. I mean, I would love for him to teach me how to defend myself and all those fun things, but on the off chance that my clumsy ass can't do it, it'll boost his ego a bit more to defend me. So, I mean, it's a win-win situation, really. Question 8, procreate, and that's still not I feel like the correct term to be using for this, but it's fine. All the literature is gone. Which book would you introduce as the first new classic? And this is a no-brainer, because if all the white, straight men's shit is gone, I would love to have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller be the first classic to ever grace this wonderful earth. Because, you know, why not be down with, like, get rid of heteronormativity while we're at it. But yeah. And then question 9 is start a community, and I just am gonna go for the blanket tag of everyone who watches this video. So if you haven't done this tag yet and you want to do it via your blog, your YouTube channel, Instagram, whatever fits your fancy, do so, and then tag me in it. All of my stuff is shameless plug here at Bookish Therese, and I'd like to see what your answers are. So, but that is it for this tag. Sorry it took me so long to get it up there. Again, when camera issues seem to just run rampant with this specific tag, you just kind of have to give up for a month and come back to it later. But here we are. So until Wednesday, I'll see you guys with a new video then. But I'll talk to you guys in the comments. You guys can find me on my social media. Again, all at Bookish Therese. And then if you want to see more of me, please feel free to subscribe. I upload every Saturday and Wednesday. Unless something happens, in which case, 10 out of 10, it was a technology failure somewhere. Or I fell asleep in the middle of the night again. Whichever one happens first, it's probably more the former than the latter, but you know. But until then, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.